Hey, what's up guys? Claak here with another 3v3 video. In this video I'll be running FPS around 2k MMR, so enjoy. For the first comp we're facing Mistweaver, Demon Hunter, and Arms Warrior. Our main kill target is going to be Warrior, and we're going to put all our CC into the Mistweaver Monk. So I like to start off with a bash or maim on the Monk, so that way my Shadow Priest can come up and get an easy fear off. And then off of that fear, we're going to get a silence. Now, just because the kill target is the warrior doesn't mean you only have to bleed up the warrior. You can bleed up everyone. Preferably do that. But sometimes it's going to be really hard to do that. So you might just have to bleed up the two people right next to you, or even one person. It's okay if you can only bleed up one person. Don't go out of your way to try to bleed up someone that's going to be difficult to even get to in the first place. And against a Demon Hunter team, you're always going to want to stay back and let your other DPS go ahead and hit the eyesight thing that lets the Demon Hunter see people who are invisible. So always wait for that. Right now, I just blood up the Demon Hunter. I'm staying back because our healer is not moving. So I'm like, what the freak is going on? So I'm trying to play defensive for our Shadow Priest because they're pretty much going to train our Shadow Priest the whole game. So here I am dotting up who I can as much as I can. I come in for a bash on the Monk, and as you see, look at my Shadow Priest, he's going to go get a fear. As you see on the set focus, he just got feared. We cause him the Trinket, and we get a lot of cooldowns. We got Bubble and Trinket, which is pretty much leaves the Mistweaver with no cooldowns left, almost. Like, there goes all his cooldowns right there. So now we just got to survive and do damage until next rotation that I have stun and fear and silence on the Monk, and that's our next kill time. So right now I'm just getting pressure on everyone because I can. The Warrior pops defensive cooldowns, so there's not much I could do at the moment. Alright, since Warrior has defensive cooldowns, I'm on the Monk, I maim him, and as the Warrior's defensive cooldowns fall off, I hop back on the peel. You'll see here my Shaman's actually in a decent amount of trouble, so I root the Demon Hunter just to try to peel. I get sapped, I get hit out by the Warrior's bleed. GG. I bash Warrior because, again, I'm just trying to peel as much as I can. We get a fear on the Monk, and look at all the pressure we have. And a lot of times, just because you're peeling doesn't mean you can't do pressure necessarily. Actually, doing pressure can actually be a peel in itself, because if you're doing so much damage, the other team's going to have to back off to be able to survive. So that, in return, is a peel. Next game is a very similar comp. Instead of a warrior, it's with a Ret Paladin, and this team actually has more cleave than the warrior. And the easiest kill target here would have to be Ret, but when you do go Ret, they have an execution spell. So basically, the lower they get, the more damage they will do with a certain ability, and it will absolutely be a game changer. So if you're able to take the risk, go ahead and just train the crap out of the Paladin. If you're not a risk taker, go ahead and go DK for the most part. Again, here, you're going to want to be timing up your CC on the Mistweaver. So that's Bash, Silence, and Fear. Those are your biggest three things. Actually, you have Hex in return, but it's a lot of times it's going to be hard for the rest of Shaman to get a Hex off. Mainly, he's going to be able to get a Hex on the melee DPS because they're right there. And they could, a lot of times they could even be tunneling him. A lot of melee teams do tunnel the healer, so try not to expect the Hex to be in your rotation too much. And again, as a Feral, you're going to want to be trying to bleed up everyone as much as possible. But if you do pop Incarn, I would suggest to stick to one target. You can swap. The only time to really swap is if they have a if they get away, or if they pop defensive cooldowns and you know 100% in your heart is telling you you're not going to get the kill. That's when you swap. A lot of times knowing when to swap is very huge, and you'll get that just from game experience. It's something really hard to be able to point out, you know, unless it's like someone has like Iron Bark and Barkskin. Like, that's a clear no-brainer to swap off to someone, because you're not going to do any pressure to that guy. A lot of times a guy could be like 10%, but if he has every single cooldown in the game on him for defensive, I know I'm not going to get that kill. I just swap off immediately without a thought. And again, that kind of thought process will come in time to you as well. And at the start, I just try to pounce on anyone I can that's in the open so that my Shadow Priest can get free dots off. And right here, I debate in my head if I should dot up the Monk, but I believe it's not worth it, because if I go back there, I can get sapped and stunned. And here comes the Monk to CC our healer. So I bash him, and right out of this, he's going to get a fear. Boom, look at that. Amazing CC. Here comes their damage, so I pop Incarn. I'm going to maim the DK right here. And right now I'm trying to peel while doing pressure. Again, here comes the idea of doing damage is a peel in itself. Right here, I'm about to go really hard into the Monk. I wish my Shadow Priest had bleeds on him. Sadly, he didn't. We're not using Skype, so there's no really too huge coordination. I almost solo him all by myself. So basically, if that guy had a silence right there, he could have possibly died if he did not have Trinket up. So the monk gets away. I don't chase. I just hit whatever I can. I'm hitting the rep pouting right now, and I'm not doing too much pressure, so I debated of going monk, but I decided not to. I dot up the Demon Hunter, or excuse me, DK, and he, look at that, he pops AMS at 100%. We should have been able to take advantage of that and pretty much kill him. Bash Monk to try to get pressure. We have a lot of pressure right now, considering we should be going DK right here, actually. Kick Monk. My priest is going for fear right here. He gets it. And we're going to get bubble right here. And right now we just have so much damage. Like, we could do whatever we want, but I still think we should have capped on the DK. Anytime someone wastes a cooldown like that, that's huge and detrimental to winning, pretty much. Right here, I'm hitting the rep pouting because he did bubble. So he should be our main kill target because bubble is the only defensive he has. My Shadow Priest is going ham on the monk, so I see it. I come over to help out. He ends up porting away, and we get Bop, which is really nice. So that means, again, the rep pouting doesn't have Bop for himself. So he's really putting himself in the shithole right now. Excuse my language. So right now, again, I'm just trying to do pressure. I bash the DK to peel. I get gripped. I shapeshift out. Always try to be good on your shapeshifts and know when to shapeshift. If you shapeshift out of form, you could potentially kill yourself if you get stunned. We're getting a lot of pressure onto this pally. You get full fear, and he just seemed to won't go down. And we get bubble from Monk. DK pops AMS, literally the most random AMS. I don't know if he did it to stop fear. I don't see why he would do that. And right now we're just getting pressured, and they're all topped off. So this looks really bad for us right now. I bring him down. Things are not looking good. I should have gotten that spirit link. I honestly, I didn't even see it until this video just right now. I'm going monk right now, and I'm going ham as I can because things aren't looking good at all. My Rush of Shaman Zoom. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to live and just do damage. I'm really desperate at this point to get out some pressure right now. And I noticed my Incarn's up really soon. The monk actually, he's gonna come up and teleport to our healer. He's becoming really aggressive, and this is part of their downfall. Here comes Incarn. I stun the monk. I go ham onto the DK. The monk is going to get silenced right here, and it's pretty much all the damage right now is all from me because the DK had AMS. That was actually a good AMS right there for once. And look how low we are. We get the kill, both of us, or I don't even know how we survived. Rep Paladin just, he wants us so badly. I could tell. I could tell he wants us so badly. I'm kiting. I'm off healing. Shaman's Hex, so Monk's Hex, so I take advantage of that, and I bash him, and we end up getting the kill. Thank the Lord, we got the kill right there. That was an intense game. For next game, we're facing actually really scary comp. We're facing Windwalker Monk and Desha Warlock and Mistweaver Healer. All these guys are really hard to kill. Actually, the Monk is not that hard to kill, but he's really scary because his Fists of Fury are absolutely retarded, and expect a buff for them in the next patch in 7.15. Oh my lord, I'm not happy about that at all. So that being said, the monk's not that hard to kill. Initially, he's my first kill target. I want to go. He should be your first one. And you're going to always want to throw your kicks into the Warlock and again put your CC into the monk. But there wasn't really many chances for me in this game to be able to get off the CC off on the monk. So I kind of depend on my Shadow Priest here because they are on me. And so it's going to make it really difficult for me to want to go back there and put my healer in a bad spot to be able to heal me because I wanted to get a bash off on their healer. It's just not worth it. Again, this is going to be hard. Try to kill monk while putting your kicks into the Warlock and putting most of your CC into the Mistweaver, but sometimes it's not going to happen that way because the Desha Warlock's Chaos Bolts are absolutely insane, so you're going to have to put even a lot of your stuns into the Warlock. So let's get it started. Here's a little pro tip. At the start of the game, every game, go ahead and cast Regrowth and get your Blood Talon procs. It makes your opener a little bit better by doing, 50% more damage, which is very nice. I open on Monk to try to, get some pressure. I'm not in the very best position, so I decide to go LOS and I come back out. Get Death Coiled. He gets the first Chaos Bolts, and so I kick the second one. Again, your main objective is to stop those Chaos Bolts. I bash the third one.
and if he gets those off, that's really game changer. Look, he only got one off, and I'm still almost dead just because of how big of a game changer it is. It really is huge. The comp totally revolves around the Warlock. I pop Incarn to stop the second, or the fourth Chaos Bolt. I realize I'm doing so much pressure to him, and there's no reason for me to get off of him because I am stopping those Chaos Bolts. I kick the Sphere right here because I don't want to get feared because we're about to get killed. He probably would have survived if I would have let that fear go through and saving my kick for Chaos Bolt, but I didn't because obvious reasons. I was trying to get the kill. I didn't want to get CC'd when I'm about to literally get the kill. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment down below, whether it be criticizing me and trying to improve me, or just, you know, saying thank you for the gameplay, because I love seeing all that stuff. I'm trying to make my videos better every day. I get critiqued by some of you guys, and I really do love the criticism, because that's how I improve. I don't know if you guys are actually intaking the information that I'm giving you, so when you guys critique me, it makes me go ahead and listen to what you guys are saying and change how I try to teach you guys. And I really hope it helps you guys to learn how to play this class, because this class is really fun. It's absolutely amazing. It can do some crazy damage. It's you know, it's a very unique class for sure. So I hope you guys are intaking some of this information that I'm giving out. It seems like you are. And again, that's it for this video, guys. Now get out there and punch some nubs.